Hi everyone, it's Nancy back with another album share, and this is album 2 of my Barcelona trip. I will link you below to the part 1 of this album in case you didn't see that video. But here you go. Again, I apologise for any glare or anything on it. I am actually in the caravan, so I'm still to work out exactly where's best for my lighting and things. So this is going into the second album. This one is called City Streets and is just, I always find it hard when a trip or something goes over several albums, because it's like, how do you bridge that gap? But I just decided I'm not 100% set on where these pages are all going in the albums. So, but I'm happy with this one being at the start. This is mainly using the Sketchbook collection from Amy Tangerine. I've fussy cut these flowers out. I've used mist here, this turquoise even mist, just to go round here. I've again used lots of scraps and pieces, and I've also put some dimensional on there. These are then some photos, some layouts using photos from just some scenes when we're around, and this is again just using some of the Sketchbook collection ones. Yeah, and this is a building that we saw every day because it's where our tram stop was. This one is called Always Look Up. I think it goes back to my kind of art degree days, and when I was influenced quite heavily by architecture and things like that. I always made a point of looking up at the buildings, and this was just like a normal street in Barcelona, and then there's these beautiful buildings. So and I say it was a real perk being on an open top double-decker bus that you could actually see these bits as well. I've just cut out one of these little jars, and this is from Lizzie, so I could journal in. Whoops. This one is just called About Sunlight, and it's just a picture of the sunlight through the trees and the peeling bark. And yeah, I really just love it. Love these pictures. These were pictures I took more for an artistic reason rather than to like record the holiday. Also, when I was doing my art programs and art studies and stuff, I done a whole piece of work on bark on trees, so just drawn to taking pictures to that. This one is just called Barcelona City Sights. It's quite a simple one. A lot of these stickers here came from the Echo Park collection. I can't think who that collection was. I don't think it was an Alison Kreft one for them. But I've also done some stitching here as well. And I've used this really nice sort of coral collection, but again, just picked some stitching up here as well. You'll also see at the top here again, I have tabs for other bits that I want to add to this album. Here you'll see this is the back of 2 pages. This one is called A Great Day for a Protest. While we were in Barcelona, the students were marching against some kind of policy change or something to do with it, and it was a bit annoying in one way, because it caused us a lot of hassle, because we had to divert what we were going to do that day because the police had cordoned off areas. Sorry, I just had a drink there. So yes, it was a bit of a pain that they wanted to protest, but you know, it was funny. It was, you know, something to talk about in the holiday. Here is just some pictures of different scenes around, and these aren't ones I particularly wanted to do a layout about, but I wanted to include them in. There is actually a photo to go in here, a layout. So, and again, this is what I like about travel layouts, travel scrapbooks, that, you know, you can include all the photos like you would an old photo album. This is quite a simple layout. And it's a picture of a monastery, and the reason the title is Don't Forget the Eggs, because it's a tradition that if you're going to get married, that you go and take the monastery a dozen eggs, and it's sort of like good luck and all that stuff. So just wanted that, and again I will journal on here about that, but I want to take that from my journal. This one is called Pavilions Gueule, and it's Gaudi's one of his first works, which was these gates, this sort of gate posts and gates. I really love this layout. I really love all of the corals. I love this piece of paper. I can't even think who it was by, but I used it till every scrap was gone. And this washi tape, I've still got a tiny little bit of that left. But even back then, I was loving the corals. It's funny looking back, I didn't actually realise how much I was loving the corals then. Okay, this is then just a little photo divider off there, and that's just more pictures of Casimilas La Padera, I believe. It's probably so completely wrong. But again, that's the kind of big building by Gaudi. And I wanted to make it kind of really kind of riotous with colours and really bright. These are actually Sassafrasilas letters, actually. God, they're really old. I think they're gone out of business by the time I start scrapbooking, actually. So pick these brads up, and I've just put some spots of turquoise in with this. And again, this shows a really long queue. We didn't actually go into it because the queue was ridiculously long. And we'd spent like half a day queuing, and because we were only there for a week, we didn't really want to do that. Here's just a picture of a little blue tram that takes you up to one of the higher parts of the city. We didn't actually go on it, but we did manage to get a little picture of it. Mrs. Park Gueule, which is the big Gaudi park, which I took a ridiculous amount of photos of. I absolutely love Gaudi. I studied him at art college. My aunt had been, and she'd brought me a calendar of his a few years before, which I absolutely loved. So there is a ridiculous amount of photos here, and then I've got a couple of layouts here. So this one I've used a stencil and done some misting, and it's a close-up detail of the dragon fountain. This is just lots of different layered pieces here. I can actually see that it appears that these epoxy bits on top of these brads have come loose. That's a little bit odd. It's quite one of those things that, actually looking for these albums, not too much has come loose, but there we go, they're fixed quite simply fixed there. This one again is to say it's about the dragon fountain, and I've used a stencil to spritz in the background. I was also inking some of my edges here, which I don't do much of anymore. Yeah, again, I've taken the colours very much from the photo. Here are just some more close-up details. And this says happiness in the details. I could have spent all day there, just this place. It was amazing. The day was beautiful, it was lovely and hot. My boyfriend took this picture of me, and it's me taking these pictures here, actually. I think, yes, it's this me taking a picture of those. And this is when hexagons were very on trend, and I've got those mistable hexagons, and I also had that hexagon paper from My Mind's Eye. So yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. So that's why there's a picture of that. Here is another layout, and again this is quite a simple one. Lots of different layers and pieces. It's called Wandering Off because there's a picture of me at the bottom of the stairs and then I'm on top disappearing around the corner. Again, these are taken by my boyfriend. Me just wandering off. And I've actually used some wooden tags here and just tied a little bit of twine around those. This is just called Beautiful Skyline, and it's it's kind of muted kind of one. There's lots of sort of stamping and misting in the background. I'm really sorry about the glare here. And a lovely photo overlooking. This one is called Cool Shirt, because this is my boyfriend's Duck Hunt Nintendo shirt, and which is why I've done all these really bright colours and kind of taken it from the shirt here. I've used a lot of simple stories in here. Probably don't actually know where the rest of these are from, and this is again from when we were in the park, and everyone kept commenting on how amazing his shirt was, so I document that because, you know, that's the kind of things that you remember. These are some more views from the sculpture park, and then again just some more pictures. There's a couple that we tried to take a picture with one of the spires in between us, but we kind of weren't looking in the right direction. Here is just one of the stunning ceilings at the park, and yeah, they're really beautiful, so I just wanted to take a picture of, well, wanted to document that. And then I've just got some close-up pictures in this page protector, and again me taking a picture, me taking that picture there, which is a good thing about taking my boyfriend with me, because he kind of documents me documenting stuff. So, and then there's just another view of these kind of like the snakes of gargoyle heads. Then of course I've got one of us eating, and this one's called Time for Noms. My boyfriend took this picture and it's quite funny because I made him stay to the end because there was a gossip Beth Ditto singing one of her videos was on, and I really love the song, so we had to stay there until I watched that. So he's eating a muffin and I've got a little pizza, so yeah, we just took a picture of that. This was just in someone's garden that we passed, and it's oranges growing on an orange tree, and I've again just hand stitched here where it says orange. I've done some little crosses up here as well, and then some more detail here. And again, that was just, you know, a nice little picture. This one layout I done when I just got my typewriter. And I've actually typed my journaling here on some strips. And this is just a close-up picture I took of some of the blossoms. I'm trying to think when we went. May. It was the beginning of May. Oh no, it says stamped down here. This is the 1st of May 2012. And they said it was really nice weather, so it's quite a simple layout. Again, this is using a lot of the Dear Lizzie collection. But yeah, really like that layout. And then this is La Sagrada de Familia, which is Gaudi's big doodle, which is still a work in process. And you know, there was all the cranes and stuff working around, and I took a ridiculous amount of photos of this as well, so they're all in there. And kind of this is called First Look, and I really like this idea of taking the title off to the top as well, so again, that's something else I want to take away from this album. And this is like the first glimpse that we got of it through the trees, and I was like, oh my god, it's there, because I was so excited to see it. There's a little Dear Lizzie die cut card here, some enamel dots. So yeah, again, this is using the Dear Lizzie collection. This is my boyfriend taking a picture of me taking a picture again, and it's two different photos, but nothing's happened. That woman's moved from there to there, but other than that, again, as I say, hexagons were quite on trend, so I've got those on here. Yeah, and it's me and my element really, taking pictures. And then the last one in here is just me and my boyfriend posing in front of it, doing a little touristy thing, as we do. There isn't any title or anything on here, because I'm not quite sure where this is going to fall within the story yet, because this then goes into the 3rd album, so I haven't actually taken moved on from this yet. So once once I'm sure where exactly this is going to fit in the album, I will then make sure that, you know, I finish this page off. But I just, because I wasn't sure where the story was going, I didn't want to take that any further. So yes, that is album 2. And as you can see, this is like many more just photos in photo pages in this album, because it's kind of that middle part of the trip where we decided everything that we were going to do. So I will be back with the 3rd and final album for this trip. As I said, I will link the first video below as well. I say thank you very much for watching. I hope you haven't been too bored by these ones, but I just thought it gives a nice bit of a break, you know, between my process videos, and it also gives you an idea of sort of my style, because most of these were, you know, some of these layouts are now sort of nearly 2 years old, because I did scrap some of these as soon as I came back as well. So you can kind of see how my style's transitioned a little bit as well. But yeah, so thank you very much. Thanks for all your likes and comments and everything. And I will be back with some more process videos and then the later part of this album pretty soon. Cheers, bye.